afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. Thank you so much for joining us on this very wonderful broadcast. I am Skeptically Speaking.
And I'm Sweet Pea from across the pond.
And you are listening and watching the Skeptically Speaking show. There is an epidemic of homicide of women who are targeted by men, and we know this. We talked about it our last show. But now specifically, there is a black woman being targeted in Texas, and not just her. A black Texas lawmaker was confined to the Texas House floor against her will for refusing to sign a permission slip allowing police to keep her under forced surveillance. This is the unhinged Right Wing Maga fascist attempt at keeping Democrat lawmakers confined to Texas to prevent them from stopping a quorum or a vote. If this isn't modern day kidnapping or enslavement, I don't know what is. And if you would like to support independent media, we would like to be included in that midst. Please consider supporting us via Cash App, Venmo, Patreon. Links will be in the description. We appreciate it. You can find us also on YouTube, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, and now on Substack. How are you doing?
A little tired, but I'm okay. How are you doing?
About the same. About the same. I'm not going to lie. It's just, I don't know. It's like, it's unbelievable what these MAGA fascists are, getting away with. And I don't know. I just don't think we should allow them to get away with it. We got to start another content creator that we both know, the well-read black girl, basically said they need to stay out of Texas. Just stay away from the legislature. Now, it sounds good. I just wonder if they could be expelled from Congress by doing that. I'm not a Texas native. I'm not a aficionado on Texas politics. I just don't know how that would work. They couldn't do it forever. Stay away from Texas. I was hoping they would stay away a little longer than they did, but I don't know if they could do that indefinitely.
I don't know either. But they shouldn't be kidnapping people and making people stay there to sign their sort of.
Look, you could see the pictures. She's been held for 48 hours, at least. I don't think she's left yet, and she is going to be kept there until she signs this slip allowing these fascist goose-stepping morons to
they in fifth grade?
Keep her under forced guard. Basically, it's one step above house arrest,
disgusting.
I guess. Yeah. So she's sleeping in the Capitol. She's posting from the Capitol. And we're going to get into the story a little bit more in depth. But before we do that, I've got a video for us to watch.
Okay.
And I want you to give me your thoughts. Here we go.
Okay.
Consistent with the word that he promised us Latinos. This is crazy that starting next week, multiple cities will be hitting immigration. That is so crazy that multiple people are scared to go to work. Where I work at, a lot of Latinos did not go to work, and that's crazy because we have a living too.
What exactly does this lady think praying is going to do for her? Literally got what they voted for. And now the very thing that they were praying and voted for has come back to bite her in the ass. Now she is praying to God to sort it out. How hypocritically dumb have one person got to be?
Yeah, my thoughts are way mixed on this. My first reaction was, you got what you voted for. My first thing that popped is her caption. God save us, God protect us. My question is, protect you from what exactly? What do you want protection from? What are you expecting to get protection from? Remember, this woman and her family, no doubt, voted because she voted in such a way, or her family, I don't know if she, I mean, she probably is an eligible voter for all I know. But she was so convinced that God was on the side of Trump. And if she is eligible to vote, I can guarantee you who exactly. Well, I mean, she said it herself in the video. I regret voting for Trump. Well, okay, where was your God then before you walked into a voting booth? It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal until you started suffering the consequences. You know? And now she wants to, after all of this, and what motivated her vote? I would like to know what motivated her vote. It definitely wasn't Trump's Christ-like character. It wasn't because it wasn't because Trump exuberated a Christ-like demeanor. It wasn't because of his work ethic. You know, because they like to talk about how, you know, great they are, you know, about how strong their work ethic is. You know, and but so, okay, that's great. So why did you vote for Trump? He's the laziest son of a bitch you've ever met. This guy is just fuck. I mean, this guy cheats at golf. This guy has scammed hardworking Americans who have worked for him and his dad, or on his properties. I mean, the list is a mile long. People who have gotten involved in the Trumps have regretted it. And they there was this one business owner who literally killed himself because he was so in debt. He had spent so much money, because when you're a contractor, you've got to buy the supplies, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And if you aren't paid, you're on the lam. You are basically, you've got all the. So this guy went for payment and Trump screwed him. He said, here's what I'm going to give you. And if you want to take me to court, go ahead. You're just going to lose even more money. So he took what was offered. He paid off. He basically sold his entire business, sold his trucks, sold his machinery, sold everything he could, paid off everybody that was owed. Everybody that was owed money. He made sure they got their money, and then after the last check was mailed, he killed himself. All because his life was ruined. There was a cleaners of all, I don't get this at all, but a cleaners company went into business with the Trumps, and he nearly lost his entire business because he wasn't being paid. Contractors over and over and over again. Just so many of them. And this is the guy you want. This is the guy that you want representing you. And you wonder why. You wonder why this is happening. Trump said exactly what he wanted to do. White nationalists, white supremacists in the MAGA movement have been very clear. They want a white America for white people. That's it. And they want as less minorities as possible. This woman we just saw does not fit at that table. She does not fit at that white supremacist, white nationalist table. There's no room for you. There's no room for you in the MAGA movement. They'll accept your vote and they'll promote you until your usefulness is over with, and then they write you off. Try being, just to prove that, try being gay or trans in the Republican Party. Some have still not figured it out. It's like they want you gone, dead. They want you dead if they have their way. And that's how they operate. They do not care.
Nope.
Another thing, she's like, well, and this is this is what bugs me about people like this, is they have no empathy or they have no empathy for anybody outside of their immediate sphere of existence. And my question is, okay, so now that the consequences are hurting you, now you regret it. It didn't matter that it was hurting other people. And this is what I'm leading into. There is a lot of anti-blackness within the Latino community. A lot. And that helped motivate quite a few of them to vote for Trump. Again, I keep saying, we are being killed by anti-blackness in this country. We are suffering for anti-blackness and racism. It's killing us, literally and figuratively. So we need to get our heads out of our asses and realize, hey, you are going to suffer at your own hand. And I just don't know how to make that any more clear.
If only we listened to the black community years and years ago.
Black women have been warning us for over 200 years.
Yep.
Even in the early, when I talk about pre-civil rights era, I'm talking about late 1800s, when all of these women's rights activists were trying to get suffrage for women. They cut out the black woman and said, you're not gonna have any part in this movement. They sacrificed the black woman to appease the racists that actually wanted rights for women. They were racist. So they decided, well, in order to keep that peace, we're just going to sacrifice these black women. And Sojourner Truth,
they shouldn't have done that.
Former slave, wrote a treatise called Ain't I a Black Woman? Basically saying, am I not woman? Ain't I a woman? Why are you excluding me? You think this is going to help?
They shouldn't have done
it.
That.
It is
that didn't help.
It has hurt the black community, and it is definitely going to be hurting the white community, because now we're feeling the effects of it. It's called drained pool politics. And also, police brutality cases going up against white people even. It's like, well, we didn't say much when it came to the black community. We thought, oh, well, look at how they're dressed. They must have had a gun. Maybe they had drugs and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, and we thought it wasn't going to hurt us as well? Really? Think again. So, moving on. If I say the name Kristi Noem, will you know who that is? Of course you do.
Mm-hmm.
So Kristi Noem is playing
an
the
insufferable
victim.
bitch.
Looks like she got doxxed and her free housing deal has fallen through. She's now being dubbed the welfare queen. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem got caught living rent-free in a residence designated for the commandant of the Coast Guard, claiming she feared for her safety. Now she's trying to explain herself, asking supporters to feel sorry for her on social media.
She can go fuck herself.
Yeah, among other things.
Mm-hmm.
Noam was living in a condominium in the Navy Yard neighborhood until July, after the British tabloid Daily Mail reported where she lived. Noam says she was forced to move because the media doxed her. You're a public official. No, we need to know where you are and where you're living.
So basically, she is homeless in where, DC?
I don't, Navy Yard, I don't know where that's at, but this is her quote. I had to leave there because the media put my address, my apartment, logistics, where the windows were, and details out in the public, and threats were so much that temporarily I had to stay somewhere else. Yeah, like the media spent time explaining where all the windows are. But, I mean, come on.
Bullshit.
She has got to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. So again, the Washington Post.
Does she not realize that people read the news? I did not see anything like that in the Washington Post.
Well, they included a picture of the house, so therefore that is her saying,
no.
they showed where the windows were. It's like, she is a dumbass. So again,
she is a dumbass.
Post just this week did it again, and that's really the carelessness and the thoughtlessness and the heartlessness that the media operates in right now. Oh, poor me, is what she says. Social media wasn't holding back in reacting to Noam's unusual free housing situation. She reminds me of a delinquent middle school student. This is so pathetic. This harsh observation from Gregory Lawrence on Threads. You're a criminal. Iron bars and concrete blocks is where you should live.
She's a squatter.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I'm serious. She's living in someone's house without their permission, not paying them rent. She's a fucking squatter. That is some illegal ass shit right there.
She's in military housing. She's in military housing and she's afraid of being doxxed. Are you kidding me? Whatever. She lived in the Navy Yard, in the Naval Yard. Who lives there? Unbelievable. Noam was living at the commandant's house. Moving on. Yeah, it's just so pathetic. But yeah, I mean, look at how she's treating migrants here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Arresting not just criminals, but plenty of law-abiding immigrants trying to support their families, some of whom have been in the U.S. for decades with American children. And immigration experts are saying that if the U.S. immigration system weren't so broken, many of these people would have already been citizens. Yeah, and so this was Michael Boyd on Thread says, what about your threats to the American public, the carelessness of your organization deporting and detaining American citizens? You're trampling all over our rights. You deserve every inconvenience you get. You earned it. Yeah. So there you go. That's the story. We have
I reckon I should make a meme.
Yeah.
Christy Noam's squatter.
Absolutely. But yeah, so I was going to talk about Kid Rock and Gavin Newsom, and there's a black candidate for the GOP literally denying that the transatlantic slave trade actually happened in the U.S. This is a conspiracy theory I didn't realize existed, and I wish I didn't know about it, but yeah, there are morons in this country. So basically, she reminds me of Candace Owens.
Clandis Owens.
KKK Clandis Owens.
Mhm.
Yep.
Sorry, it's just the first time I.
Yeah,
Get
no,
that.
don't worry. I read it off a meme. But yeah, it's just, oh, we don't have time to watch a video. I want to see this. But there is a Texas lawmaker,
Hmm.
and her name is Representative Nicole Collier. She's been held for 48 hours against her will, being forced to stay at the Texas Capitol. And you'll never guess why she's being forced to stay in the Capitol building, in the chamber, on the House floor. She's not allowed to leave the House floor. You'll never guess.
That piece of paper you said that they're trying to make people sign.
The Republicans are forcing all Democrats to sign a permission slip allowing police to forcefully, how do I say this, escort them from home to the Capitol building and to make sure that they're there.
What the
She's
fuck?
been threatened with felonies just for talking with other lawmakers out of state.
Are they implementing this on other Republicans? Because I bet the
No.
fuck they're not.
Just Democrats. Because every time the Democrats leave the state legislature can't go forward with whatever they want to go forward with, because they have to have a full house, so to speak. It's
So
called a
their
quorum.
answer to that is to enslave people into doing what they want.
Yeah, I
this
mean,
is wrong on
look at
so
the
many
optics.
fucking levels.
Right. Look at the optics of this. You are forcing a black woman to stay on, and a shame to all the other Democrats that signed, because there was another protest. I didn't even want to download the video. I didn't even want to show it. These Democrat lawmakers,
I want to sign that shit.
They're ripping up their signed permission slips. I'm like, what do you think this proves? What do you think this does? You've already signed the permission slip. You are getting a forced escort.
It is performative.
Yeah.
What they're doing is performative. It is disgusting. They are not actually doing anything. They're just saying what people want to hear. They need to actually be doing something to stop this. Not doing this stupid performance thing. It's like those fucking stupid blue bracelet fucking shit.
These Democrats should have stayed together, stayed united, and left together and forced them to arrest them.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, arrest us then, because we're not staying. We're leaving. We're not signing your paper. We're not signing your shit. Fuck you. That's what they should have done. But yet they left her.
Exactly.
And maybe there is more to the story that I haven't heard yet, but it's like they left her to do it all by herself. Why?
They shouldn't have done that. It's disgusting.
They need to have a united front.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I just don't understand why in the world they would just leave her by herself unless this was already agreed upon. Still, I'm sorry, but no. United, we stand. Together, we fall. So I'm going to go into this article. Texas Democrat abruptly leaves DNC call after being warned she's committing a felony. I don't want to read this story right now. Let me go to, let's go to CNN first, and then we'll get to that other one. Democratic Texas State Representative Nicole Collier has now spent over 24 hours on the Texas House floor in protest after refusing a Republican demand to be placed under the watch of the State Department of Public Safety. You tell me that's not 1984.
Public safety, that's fucking, no. They're fucking entrapping her. She's a grown-ass fucking woman.
Yep, when Texas House Democrats returned to the Capitol in Austin on Monday after having fled the state earlier this month in order to prevent a vote on a controversial Republican redistricting plan, House Speaker Dustin Burrows put constraints on their movements. Fuck you. Burrows announced that the Democrats could only leave the House floor if they received written permission and agreed to be under law enforcement escort until the chamber reconvenes on Wednesday morning. Fuck you.
They can go fuck themselves.
Democrats who skipped out on previous attempts to meet quorum for a special session to approve the redrawn congressional maps will have an all-around the clock DPS escort to ensure their presence when the House convenes Wednesday. Democrats had fled to blue states, including Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts, as they faced civil arrest warrants pushed by GOP officials in Texas to force them back into the House chamber. The majority of the Democrats complied with the law enforcement escort, showing reporters that they called permission slips they received to leave the House floor and pointed to the officers escorting them around the Capitol. For fucking shame. For fucking shame. Make them arrest you. If you're arrested, what then?
Yeah.
God,
I would rather get arrested than cooperate at all with white supremacist fascists. I would not cooperate whatsoever with the fuckers.
This woman has more guts.
I am honestly disgusted. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but, this woman has more guts than the entire... Anyway. Yeah. This is what makes us look weak. We look weak because we're accepting this permission slip. And guess what? Good luck trying to get Democrats elected in Texas.
Do those permission slips remind me of like the permission slips to go pee when you're in like freaking primary school?
Yeah, you need a hall pass, right?
Pathetic. Yeah. How pathetic are the Republicans, and how pathetic some of the Democrats that actually signed and have gone along with this. I'm disgusted with them. Where the hell is their backbone? They say all the things, but they're not doing the right actions.
Texas Democrat Beto O'Rourke celebrated Collier's protests on Monday, writing on social media, "A true hero, refusing to submit, fighting these fascists by herself if she has to. We are with you, Nicole." Burrows said in a statement, Representative Collier's choice to stay and not sign the permission slip is well within her rights under the House rules. The Texas House established a quorum Monday afternoon for the first time since those members of the Democratic minority fled the state 15 days earlier to prevent it from having the two-thirds quorum necessary to advance new congressional maps aimed at creating 5 more Republican-leaning seats ahead of next year's midterm elections. So basically, they're basically trying to gerrymander the state even worse than it already is. They're trying to gerrymander and rig the election by giving 5 more House seats to Donald Trump because Donald Trump said, I want these House seats. Let's go to the Texas Tribune. Nicole Collier files lawsuit challenging police escorts. Yeah, I would say that's worth suing over. Nicole Collier filed a lawsuit challenging the chamber's authority to put members under police surveillance, according to a filing obtained by Courthouse News. Collier is among the Democrats who participated in a 2-week walkout to delay passage of a new congressional map that aims to give the GOP 5 additional seats in the 2026 midterms. Around 24 of them returned Monday. Allowing the House to resume business, but they were only allowed to leave the chamber if they agreed to be shadowed. You know what? Maybe they shouldn't have come back. Maybe
they should have just walked.
Maybe Candace is right. Maybe they should have stayed away. Because what good are they doing by showing up?
They're not.
Yeah. So she stayed in the House chamber overnight alongside Representative Jean Wu, who actually did sign the permission slip. Everybody signed except her. Why? I mean, I know why. I mean, there's no calendar for the House today. There's no calendar tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Yeah. When dozens of Democratic lawmakers left the state in early August, House Speaker Dustin Burrows issued civil arrest warrants. So fucking what? Make them go through with it. So yeah.
I can't believe they left her on her own. I'm absolutely so disgusted.
Now, here's where it really gets spicy. She is on a call with the Democratic National Committee Chair Ken Martin and other top party leaders on Wednesday after she was warned she was committing a felony by being on the phone. Sorry, I have to leave, said Nicole Collier, said at one point in the call, interrupting Martin. They said it's a felony for me to do this. Apparently, I can't be on the floor or in a bathroom. You told me I was only allowed to be here in the bathroom, she told somebody who was out of view of the camera. No, hold on. Bye, everybody. I've got to go. Fuck. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to judge. I wasn't there, and I'm not going through it, so. Democrats who wanted to leave and come back to the Capitol in between House meetings could only do so after agreeing, blah, blah, blah. At the moment that the directive was issued, it felt like it was wrong. It's just wrong to require grown people to get a permission slip to roam about freely. Yeah, show me your papers. Remember when they used to say this about Russia? Remember when they used to say this about, showing proof of vaccination? Oh, yeah, it's show me papers. This is legitimately show me your papers bullshit. Tell me what it is. I mean, I've got nothing. Yeah, it is very wrong. No
Of
shit.
course it is.
It wasn't exactly clear what Collier did that constituted a felony, although the incident angered Democrats on the call. Senator Cory Booker, the performative bullshit artist, blasted the news as outrageous, saying, Rep. Collier in the bathroom has more dignity than Donald Trump in the Oval Office. Yeah, that is outrageous. What they are trying to do right there is silence the American leader, silence a black woman, and that is outrageous. Can we hear from anybody else besides Cory Booker? Please? Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say one thing. What is absolutely outrageous is all these Democrats doing these performance things, they're saying the right things, but when it actually comes time to putting that into action,
they crumple.
They just signed the paper and they left her by herself.
This is why
it's fucking outrageous.
Yeah. This is why no one is taking us seriously. They're like, you guys are a bunch of wimpy. They would actually love the perception of strength. They love the perception of strength. And we're going to talk more about this perception of strength involving Gavin Newsom. Not my favorite character at all, but we're going to talk about Gavin Newsom on another broadcast. But this is what attracted them to Donald Trump in the first place, was this show of force, this bodacious, don't give a fuck, just say whatever you want, and flaunt the law. Where is this in the Democratic Party? I want to see you flaunt.
Yeah.
I want to see you flaunt the law and actually by doing some good. You know? Make them charge you. Make them. Say, yeah, okay, fine. This is a felony. Now what?
They should have
double.
All,
you can have double.
Mm-hmm. They should have all stuck together and got arrested. I would have not signed that paper. I would have told them to shove her up their ass.
What has complying has done what so far? Has it helped them at all?
Got us into this mess. Nope.
They're not going to give you any favors. They're not going to treat you any better. because you complied. I don't know. I would just like to see some old-fashioned disobedience. Say, fuck you, we're going to swarm. I would like to see a protest at a ICE facility where these representatives flood, push back, and force these fascist jackboots to take them to the ground. Every single one of these arrests that have been of these politicians have always been peaceful. It's like, they're going to arrest you anyway. You might as well just be very, very obnoxious about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
speaking of ICE,
go ahead.
Did you hear the news that they ICE arrested that influencer who's been filming and broadcasting?
Yeah, I saw that.
Illegally kidnapping the so-called illegals that ICE is calling them, but they're not. They're just undocumented. And yes, like you said, I wish they would find a better word to use, because they're here legally. They've done everything properly. They need to find a better word than undocumented.
It was a very, very violent arrest. It was very personal, and you could tell.
It was. It looked like they were hurting her.
I'm so sick and tired.
They literally dragged her out of the car upside down. Like, what the fuck? Like, what gives you the entitlement to treat any human being that inhumanely? It is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah, there's a segment. There's a segment in our society that is okay with fascism and is okay with brutality, so long as they're on the giving end. So long as they are allowed to divvy it out. We have a sick, twisted society.
It is. And for shame on those Democrats that signed the paper, what they should have done is not sign and got arrested.
It's like, no, we're all leaving together. They should have done that. You want to arrest us? Go fuck yourself. I want to see you arrest us, motherfucker.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what they should have done. I can't believe they just left her to us. Oh my fucking God, like. Grow a fucking spine. They need to grow a spine.
And she's just, she's scared out of her wits. Of course she is. Who wouldn't be? You know?
Yeah.
But they're setting the precedent. They're setting a precedent that they're okay with these fascist Stasi tactics. They're okay with people getting brutalized. They're okay with people, just losing all rights and privileges as a human being. And you can tell, look at Kristi Noem. This sociopath, psychopath, shot her own dog simply because she would not be trained as a hunting dog.
Sick.
Instead of donating it, giving it away, or selling it. No, she takes it to a gravel pit and blasts it in the face. And she did that to a couple of other farm animals that she had. She's a sick, twisted piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, of course she's going to have the position that she has because she's perfect for it. She's a fucking evil, twisted bitch. And I say that with all venom, and I say that with all disrespect. Fuck her, fuck MAGA, fuck ICE, fuck Trump.
And fuck everyone who voted for him.
I wasn't clear where I stood. Yeah, and fuck those who continue to vote and support him. I don't give a shit. But, yeah.
Me either.
I am tempted. I want to see, are there any comments on this article? Probably not. Let's go to this one. Yeah, because I'm really curious. Oh, there's no comments. God damn it.
Boo.
Oh, I know. Let's see. Oh, hush. after this commercial. Yeah, it's like I have to mute everything just to get through the commercials. This is her in her own words. I should have taken this video so we could all see it, but we'll just have to listen to it. It's an interview with Collier. Okay, are we done? No, we're still waiting for the commercial. Here we go.
Lawmaker spent the night on the State House floor.
It's 3
She's
minutes.
Still there.
We got
State
time.
Representative Nicole Collier is one of the dozens of Democrats who returned to Austin, Texas yesterday after they had left the state to protest the Republican redistricting efforts that have been going on. As we've been tracking, Collier refuses to go along with a Republican demand that the Democrats who left the state now have a law enforcement escort if they leave the Capitol grounds. Until most Democrats complied, signing what they called permission slips. Collier said this about why she would not.
We've had enough. We've had enough because of taking all of our rights away. And so I've taken a stand.
Hell yes.
I'm pushing back.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to do. When I heard the order, I was like, hell no. Why should we bow down to what they...
I wish you could see this little weasel that's interviewing her, nodding along, saying, yeah, you're right. This motherfucker signed that permission slip. Fuck you, weasel. You should have been in that chamber with her, and you shouldn't have signed. Why would you do that?
Exactly. Because he's a coward piece of shit.
Well, I am not the bravest person. In fact, I'm probably the least. But I'll tell you what. I would be embarrassed to be on camera right now, standing next to her, with her going with what she's going through.
A1. I'm taking a stand.
CNN's Arlette Signs in Austin for us this morning. Arlette, what are you hearing? What's the latest?
Well, Kate, this move is certainly keeping the redistricting conversation in the spotlight. But what State Representative Nicole Collier is doing here is protesting this requirement that the House Democrats agree to be under police escort until they return to the chamber on Wednesday morning. The Texas House Speaker announced this yesterday when they had returned, saying that they would be confined and locked into the House floor unless they signed a written agreement. Now, the hope from the GOP is that they want to make sure that they don't have another quorum break and could actually get to this redistricting bill. But Collier has said that she will not comply with that request, describing it as authoritarian. So she has spent the night on the Texas House floor. There have been other lawmakers like State Representative Jean Wu who have joined her in support. But aside from this sign of protest, there is little that Democrats can do in this moment to stop Republicans from pushing through these congressional maps that could net them up to 5.
How about just not showing up and staying away? There's got to be, I mean, come on.
What they are doing is illegal.
They need to go into hiding and stay out of the state. This is
false imprisonment. This is kidnapping.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is legalized enslavement. It is getting to that point.
It's disgusting.
It sounds hyperbolic, doesn't it? But not so much.
No, it's not. No.
In the next midterm election. Instead, right now, they're starting to turn their attention to making the legal arguments for why the courts should strike down these laws once they go into effect. But last night, Texas Governor Greg Abbott defended their proposal while also taking a swipe at California.
What the Democrats have done is disgraceful and potentially illegal. I tell you this much.
Potentially illegal.
If dares to try to squeeze out more Republicans, there are going to be lawsuits that will overturn that. What I can tell you in the state of Texas, the 5 Republican seats that we are adding, they are going to withstand legal challenges.
Thank you. Thank you.
This redistricting bill passed out of...
I have to thank CNN for cutting off Abbott a little bit early because I don't want to listen to that idiotic piece of shit. Yeah, so basically the Republican gerrymandering in Texas is going to stand legal scrutiny, yet if the same gerrymandering goes on in California, there will be lawsuits. We will see what Gavin Newsom does in the days and weeks to come. We will see if he's just a mouth with a good head of hair, or he's actually going to back up what he says he's going to do. I don't know. I have been disappointed time and time again with the Democrats. With Democratic lawmakers. Oh no. Oh, let me backtrack. I've been disappointed with Democrats, period. Especially white Democrats. I will never forgive white Democrats who did not show up at the polls. 90 million of you motherfuckers stayed home on election day, didn't vote, or you lied about who you voted for, voted third party, or you just voted for Trump because you could not bring yourself to vote for the black woman. You get both barrels as far as I'm concerned. I ain't got no patience for that. Black Democrats stood 10 toes down and they came out in force. 92% and then 80-some% of black men. Black women. Oh, no. I think it was like 96% of black women, I think. I'll have to go back to this. It's in the 90s, whatever. I don't give a fuck. They stood 10 toes down and they showed up and showed out. What happened to the white vote? 75% of white men went to Trump. 68 or 69% of women, white women, went to Donald Trump. You tell me what the issue is. Tell me what the issue is. And I'm sorry, no, I don't blame voter suppression. I don't blame MAGA at all in this instance. White Democrats gave the presidency to Donald J. Trump, as far as I'm concerned. Fuck them all. This is why I keep saying white America has to suffer. We have to suffer a little bit more because we still have not gotten it in our thick skulls that when black people hurt, we are going to hurt. It may take a little while, but it catches up in the end every goddamn time. And just yesterday we did a show. What did we talk about in the show? Nebraska potentially on the verge of bankruptcy because they're losing farm workers. They're losing produce. Their GDP has gone way down.
They were warned.
They were warned.
Went like they weren't warned. Mm.
Top economists came out and said, look at Kamala's plan, look at Donald Trump's plan. Here's what we can expect if their policies are enacted as they have spoken them, as they have said what they plan on doing. If they are enacted, here's what the economy is going to look like. Donald Trump, straight down, straight into the ground. Kamala Harris, moderate to high growth. I don't know. I can see why black people do not want us white people in their spaces. They don't even want to be around us. I get it.
Me too.
Because we show our asses every goddamn time. We can't be trusted to do the right thing. We can be counted on to fuck over black people each and every time. Is white supremacy so good to us? Has white supremacy benefited us? I mean, I hate us. I really do. I hate white America, and I'm just becoming, I think I'm going to become a full-fledged radical. I think I'm going to be anti-white. very, very fucking soon. And I'm telling you what, these midterms, everyone's talking about them. Oh yeah, Trump's going to lose big time. Yeah, that's what we thought in 2024. There's no way Trump could win. Look at how much we've mustered. Look at all the support behind Kamala Harris. Look at all the rallies. There's no way Trump could win. And yet, here we are. Well, that's enough doom and gloom for one day. Thank you so much for watching the Biblical History Skeptics podcast, now known as Skeptically Speaking. Good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on, what time zone you are in. Thank you for watching. Please consider supporting us. We need your support. We need independent support. If you'd like to see more of us and hear more of us, please consider supporting the show. Cash App, Venmo, Patreon. You can find the links in the description. And with that, I will say good night.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share.
We would appreciate that. Take care, everybody.